it's a really good point you bring up about everyone, for the most part, and particularly in the lower ranks, is experiencing the same experience on comp day, because we get that a lot from students where they're like, I'm so nervous, coach. It's like, yeah, but so was everyone else. And one of the things that I used to always get was I'd look at everyone in my division, I'm like, they're so much bigger than me. Like, why do they all look so much bigger than me? But then I watch the video and I'm like, we're the same. Or I actually look bigger than them. But when I'm looking at them before a comp, I'm like, they look so big. But they're not. I don't know what it is that your mind does that makes you think that they're bigger and they're stronger and they must be better at jiu-jitsu because they're Brazilian or because whatever, you know. Like, I actually had, I won't name any names or anything, I actually had a competitor much higher ranked than me within black belt, and you know, I'll leave it at that because I don't want to give names away. But in the bullpen, and I'm like, I'm worried about this guy, and he comes up to me before the match, nice, sincere way, he goes, bro, just don't hurt me. I was like, whoa. Like, that's he's looking at me, watch a couple other matches I've had, and his first thing he says to me is, bro, just don't hurt me.
He's worried about getting foot locked, wasn't he?
Yeah, I think I just obliterated someone's ankle the match before. Wasn't my fault. They got him on tap, but but I was like, and I'm like, of course not, bro. And please don't hurt me. You know what I mean? Like, But it's funny, man, because you don't feel that. You think everyone's like T2, you know, like this Terminator who's just. But everyone's, but for the most part.
You can have those little moments, though, where all of a sudden your confidence takes a big uptick. Like, oh, you're like, man, all of a sudden you feel like the guy in the division. And we all know the difference, whether it's in the gym or in competition, of how you compete when you feel confident. Yeah. It was very different to how you compete or roll when you're not feeling confident, when you're not on your game. Going back to a point, though, you just made before about frequency of competitions, because when we first started, and we're talking about, for us, the 90s, but even in the first 5 to 10 years, like of the 2000 onwards, for the next 5 or 10 years, there wasn't heaps of competitions. One of the reasons that we started running the round robins here, which we started 13 years ago, 10 to 13 years ago, something like that. So we're the first.
I think I did one in 06
crew to start,
or 07.
First crew to start running them in Melbourne, because of the lack of competitions and because of the experience that we had. So for me, the first 3 competitions I lost in the first round, and that took me over 2 years to get that experience because there just wasn't any competitions around. And now someone can have more matches than that in one day. Because we understand that competing takes practice. So it's not just about how good your stuff is in the gym, but you actually need to practice competing and getting good at transferring across, like the mental preparation, all the stuff. But now it's really different. Guys can have 100 matches in 2 years. Even as black belts and masters, we can get so many more matches now.
It's getting harder, though.
It is getting harder.
I don't mean it's getting harder because more black belts are coming through, but as you go up the rank, it
gets a little bit thinner, but we still always get a match. Now we'll move around brackets. We'll find something. Yeah, like I've fought down weights and up weight classes and down age groups a bunch of times just to get the matches. But you can still get a match, which is really good. But quite often there's guys my age and my weight, which is pretty good. But yeah, that confidence thing is really huge. I think we'll probably get back to that in a little bit.